been 2 weeks. I take a vacation and I get annoyed. I catch a cold on a cruise ship. It's never fun. I come back. We got Cubs against the Sox. And Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, big ass doofus, says the stupidest shit. Yeah, I'm cursing. That's how annoyed I am. Some dude got beat up in the stands, and I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video because I'm not that invested in idiots fighting in the stands. You went to a baseball game. Why are you fighting? But he's calling the guy a dumb redneck because he couldn't fight. Be better than that, man. Be better. You're a leader in the industry. Be effing better. Let's bring in somebody who is better, John Shear, because I got enough of this today.
I wouldn't necessarily say that he's a leader in the industry. We've seen the stupid things he's done and said in the industry, so I wouldn't call him a leader. You're more of a leader, JB, because you lead by example and you do things. Aside from your team, choosing your teams, you do things the right way. That guy doesn't do anything the right way. He has no morals, no ethics. Nothing.
Such a child. I mean, he literally called. All right, so I could care less. I do a Cubs show. My family are huge Cubs fans. The Cubs guy got beat up. It sucks, but you're at a baseball game. Not once in my life have I gone to a baseball game and got into a fight.
Have you gotten close to getting in a fight?
Never. Because it ain't worth it. I'm there to watch a game.
I mean, I've gotten close, but I've never gone through with it. You
don't walk away.
No, well, I mean, it's not like me. It's like there's a drunk guy around you that,
of course. There's
you know what I mean? And they try and start stuff with whoever they can. Yeah, it's how basic. But I mean, you pay all that money. Why would you want to end up in jail? And you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like a waste of money. And JB doesn't agree with me, so he left. Denzel, are you there? All right, JB's back. All right.
Yeah, so, Jay, day 2, my recording had stopped. Mark that down. So, for all of you watching, we're using a new system. I'm not going to name the brand we use now, but we had a different system. That system had bugs and flaws. Our new system has more bugs and flaws, but is rated better. Go figure.
Oh, so we upgraded to John Harbaugh.
Basically.
We went from Brian Dable to John Harbaugh. You were basically talking about the Giants.
It's horrible. All of a sudden I get a pop-up. My recording has stopped. I was in the middle of a great point, I believe. I'm always in the middle of a great point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get to fighting at a sporting event. I mean, generally I don't get fighting. It happened again.
Oh, you're still here. I don't know what you're talking about. Your recording stopped. It's still recording.
So
we're still here.
It's saying on my screen, your recording has stopped. Something went wrong, and you aren't being recorded anymore. Everyone else is still being recorded.
It says live.
Refresh and rejoin from a regular browser that's not incognito, which I'm not incognito. So go.
Oh, you're on DuckDuckGo, aren't you?
No, I'm on Chrome. So I'll be right back, everyone.
All right, Jay, come in here. He's obviously been gone too long. He doesn't. Oh, that's right. I'll handle the duties. What do you want to talk about? Oh, that Caleb Douglas catch of the year already. I mean, you don't even need to play the season. It's going to be catch of the year. And that was his first catch in the NFL. Catch of the year already. Dolphins look pretty good. The message that Hafley is sending with the Dolphins. Did you see what he did with Ollie Gordon?
I was gone for 15 seconds. How did we get to the Dolphins? What is wrong with this?
He asked me to talk about the Dolphins. And anytime anybody asks me to talk about the Dolphins, I always talk about the Dolphins.
So I'm getting the same error. I don't know what's
But we're still recording, so I don't know what you're talking about because we're recording in that little red box above us.
Oh, I believe you. I'm really curious how the show will end up when it's played back. So I'm not.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
I'm not going to touch anything this time. We're going to keep going. So let's do quick hits. Let's start there. Sure. And Jay, you can read them, and because I can't see them, and I don't know because since Jay is producing, if everyone else in the world could hear Jay, or we could just hear Jay. So that's another thing for us to watch back and figure out for our fans, the millions of you out there.
The millions.
I know you all love us, and We are the greatest sporting network in the world. But
You're
it's
welcome.
unfortunately technology sucks sometimes. Um,
But you
we
got this, so you're good.
I can't even see me to say you have this, which you can't do any better.
I
So,
can unfortunately see you.
so uh, nice. All right. So number one, I can't. Oh,
Does he still
veteran
have
edge
enough left to
rusher,
boost his defense?
veteran edge rusher Von Miller to the Cowboys. Does he still have enough to boost his what?
Does he have enough to left to boost his defense?
Okay. So, I mean, I think that was a great move by the Cowboys. Some crazy people named Adam Shine. Yeah, Adam Shine. I'm calling you out too tonight. I'm just calling everybody out. No more vacations for me because people say stupid stuff. Because Adam Shine had said now that the Cowboys are going to the NFC Championship game, which we'll talk about either this week or next week. Um, Von Miller's a great pickup, but he's on the Cowboys. Dak will disappear come January. But great pickup, John.
It's a great pickup if it's 5 or 6 years ago, sure. But it's 2026. The guy clearly has nothing left in the tank. But adding him, he can teach the young guys on this defense, specifically the defensive line, a lot of things that they may not know. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's an all pro. He has 138 and a half sacks in his career. He's going to the Hall of Fame 5 years after he retires. He's walking into the Hall of Fame, no doubt about that. So he can teach the other guys on the defense a lot of things if he's willing to mentor them. He's from Texas, so it makes sense for him to go play for the Cowboys. I assume he probably rooted for the Cowboys growing up. So it's a good pickup. It's no risk. It's you can get a reward out of it, but he's not going to play every down, JB. It's going to be like, hey, come in third downs. Hey,
Not
you know what
many
I mean?
guys, but not
He's going
many
to play a
defensive
lot of
players.
snaps, but he's not going to start.
Not many of these guys play, every snap now on defense. It's kind of
No,
wild how
but
they shuttle guys in and out.
the Cowboys' defensive line is going to be really good, and they have a lot of really good players on that line. So he's not going to start at his age in this juncture of
Listen,
his career.
if
He's
you
not
could bring in
starting,
a,
but he'll come
if
in
you,
on third downs when they need a big pass rush.
he'll make some plays for them. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
move.
yeah.
I'm not hating on it.
Yeah, no risk.
Yeah, well,
Potential for reward.
according to Adam Shine, they're going to the NFC Championship game
I mean,
just
it
because
doesn't
of
move
this move.
any needle, but I mean,
Well,
it helps them more than
Adam Shine knows, man. Come
yeah,
on,
Adam Shine, whatever.
listen. I love Adam Shine, but that takes way off the mark. But I think it's a good pickup, but I don't think the Cowboys are doing anything. All right,
I don't understand how it moves any needle, but yeah, go ahead, Sheen.
number two, because I can see the screen now. Clark Reese Showdown sets WNBA viewership record at 4 million viewers. Thoughts? I read that completely wrong. Guys, I'm doing good tonight. You see how annoyed I am? I can't even read.
I mean, don't worry, you're not missing that much.
I mean, Reese against Clark, Clark against Reese. The WNBA, they have a lot of drama going on. It's become like General Hospital. Like, you get home from school, you turn on Channel 7. In New York with Channel 7, ABC, you watch the soaps. That's what the WNBA has become. You got Sophie Cunningham, who's, create all sorts of waves. You got people that are fouling ridiculously. Who cares about Reese and Clark anymore? Clark never moved the needle for me anyway, and Reese, who I liked, has proven she's not that good. John?
I wonder if like all this drama um is on purpose so that way people pay attention to the WNBA because and I said this when the WNBA when Clark came to the WNBA I said what they need is not just her they need drama and stories. The reason we love the NFL is it's always full of drama. NBA is always full of drama. I think the WNBA is bio manufacturing, their storylines. Like I think they're, when you get your genetically modified food that you eat, your honey buns or
Yeah.
whatever from the store, they're genetically modifying their storylines. Like these aren't real storylines, but it's so boring of a league. And I'm going to be honest about that. And you got to be honest too, folks watching. You know it's true. It's a boring league. Their game, the fundamentals are great, but it's not fun to watch. It's not exciting to watch. Like watch a WNBA game. I've covered the Mystics games. It's no offense. I don't mean anything by it, but it's boring. Like it's not exciting. They're not dunking. There's no flashy plays. It's just not exciting.
So
So you got to have like you got to genetically modify your storylines to make people interested. And now we're talking about it because Sophie
so
Cunningham, because
I
Angel
have a
Reese,
follow-up to this.
and the coaches and the commissioners of doofus. Like there's so many stories that you can talk about in the WNBA. That's the only reason people care. Because guess what? Nobody gives a damn what's happening on the court. AJ Wilson's the best player probably to ever play in the WNBA, and nobody gives a damn that she exists. It's just honest. Like
Asia who?
the woman's won 4 MVPs, and nobody gives a rat's ass
She's
about
pretty good.
anything that they do on the court as far as putting the ball in the hoop. They only care if somebody gets tackled, or if Angel Reese or if Caitlin Clark are on the court, or Sophie Cunningham. Nobody cares about Paige Beckers. Like, does anybody care what she's doing? No, because she doesn't make noise. So that's all WNBA is
So here's my question
genetically modifying their stories.
with what you just said. We have this thing going on right now. I don't know when it came out because my timeline's off. Enos Cantor and another former NBA player have decided, because the WNBA won't define what a woman is, they've declared for the draft. Now,
I love it. I love it so much. They're gonna the humble pie is sitting on Mama June's little thing out the window, and the WNBA is floating towards the humble pie, and they don't know it's humble pie yet because it's a mystery flavor.
I mean,
but we know it's humble pie.
There's no winning in this situation.
And you know who's serving that humble pie, dressed in Mama June's clothes? Enos Cantor and Royce White. That's who's serving that humble pie.
John, there's no winner in this situation. If they, for some
Yeah, it
reason,
is.
say, if they say that they could play, right, they look like buffoons if they go ahead and play. If they say they can't play, the league looks like buffoons because now they went back on everything that they've ever said.
Enos Cantor and Royce White aren't. If they play, they're not going to look like buffoons whenever they're scoring 100 points a game and getting 65 rebounds. Like
they're going to look like buffoons.
everybody's gonna pay attention to the stupidity of the WNBA because they're gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna look stupid. Enos Cantor, when he scores 100 points, we're all gonna be laughing at the WNBA, not at him.
I saw that and I was like, wow, that phenomenal move.
It's really brilliant. I mean, kudos to those two guys, and I hope more do it just so the WNBA gets to eat that entire humble pie. I really hope more do it just out of spite.
And listen, I get that there's a bunch of issues we can delve into with this. I have my thoughts spoken on other shows that we've done. So if you're confused as to how I feel, please go back and find the show and you can find it.
It sounds like Enos and Royce are confused as well about whatever they got going on.
I don't know. It's just wild. All right, number 3. What is your go-to breakfast meal? All right, John, you can start with this one.
No, I'm not starting. I'm going last.
Okay.
This is a loaded question.
So here, I'm going to start with this answer. I just got back off a cruise. One great thing about cruise ships, plenty of food. Thing you always look forward to on a cruise ship is breakfast. Because when you're at home, you're doing 18 things. You don't have a chance to have a good sit-down breakfast with like the eggs and the waffles and the French toast, the bagel with blocks and everything. You don't get to have that all the time. But, I'm not going to talk about how bad the breakfast was on the cruise because I don't want
Really, it was bad? Maybe that's why you're sick.
It wasn't that it was not edible. They just didn't care to present the breakfast, the most important meal of the day, the way it should have been presented.
You can't do that. You can't make a mockery of breakfast. It's like making a mockery of grilled cheese. You just don't do it.
No, if you know what cruise line I went on, if you're one of the few, don't do it. You choose another. There are others. I won't slam anybody because you never know if they sponsor us. But if you're one of the few in the know, don't do it. There's others. And I've had good breakfast on every cruise I've ever got to till this one. So anyway, but my go-to breakfast, you know, that's a great question. I think over easy eggs and bacon with some toast. And if you could, instead of toast, if you want to do a bagel, cream cheese, and lox,
Ooh, that's good.
now we're talking. That's And if you can't do that, something I never had until I met my current wife, Deb, who's amazing. Um, her dad makes this thing called egg pancakes. Never had it before. I've had a regular pancake, but it's made with like uh, flour and stuff. It's amazing. I can't explain it, but unbelievable. And so much better than regular pancakes. So that's a great like once in a while breakfast. Go ahead, John. You got to answer. It's
So
all on
does
you.
this count making or buying? Can which
Either,
either? Okay.
whatever works for
Well,
you.
my go-to would be the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle from McDonald's. That
Oh, I hate
nothing beats
McGriddles.
the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle from McDonald's. Like that is top
Oh,
notch, top tier, especially when you're on the app and it says buy one get one free breakfast sandwich.
John,
Hey, I'm paying $4 every time for two
John,
bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
John. I know you love McDonald's breakfast. Do they still
No,
do
I
the
don't
big
love it, but
breakfast?
the McGriddles are an elite breakfast.
So back in the day when I was a kid, they used to have this thing called the big breakfast, and they used to serve it in styrofoam. It used to have eggs, bacon, and pancakes. They still do that.
I don't know. I don't go to breakfast there almost ever because it's gotten expensive and I'm not going to
It's
overpay for
ridiculous.
breakfast. But
McDonald's is overpriced.
every once in a while, I will go for that bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle. But I don't like to eat breakfast at fast food because like if that's where your day is starting fast food at breakfast, I feel like your belly's really going to be rough the rest of the day. But my go-to, not McDonald's. Um, I mean, I like a good cereal to start my day. I like my
What's your cereal?
coffee. Huh?
What's your cereal?
That's another loaded question. I mean, I like me
Wow.
some Reese's Puffs. I don't know if you guys like Reese's Puffs, but I like
Never,
me some Reese's Puffs.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've had them in
What?
ages. I've been eating Honey Nut Cheerios lately. I
Well,
love Fruit
yeah.
Loops. Love Fruit Loops. It's a little bit too much sugar, so I went to the Honey Nut Cheerios because you
Yeah, I
still
mean
get
you're
that little
closer to
flavor.
death than life, so I get it. You have to be healthier. You know, some of
Wow.
us are closer to health,
Wow.
healthy. So I get it. We can eat a little bit more unhealthy. Some
Wow.
of us don't smoke and drink and root for bad teams, so
Some of
we have
us,
better
don't
health.
enjoy life. Get the
But Reese's
McClellan
Puffs, you've
12 year.
never had Reese's Puffs.
I don't remember having them, and
What?
as much as I loved Reese's, I would think I would, but there's no reason to. You got Fruit Loops, you got Fruity Pebbles. Why would you need to delve into peanut butter cereal?
Oh, it's amazing. It is absolutely. I mean, Jay knows it. The milk turns into like tasting like you're eating peanut butter, and it's amazing. Oh, it is like so addicting.
I
Chocolate and
object.
peanut butter, like, and then JB. I don't know if you've ever tried this for breakfast, but have you had chicken and waffles for breakfast?
Of course.
Chicken and
So
waffles is an
so
elite breakfast if you
so
can go
there
with
is
a
a
good, you know.
okay. So I'll give you a story. There's a casino in Atlantic City called Oceans. It's relatively new. It's not maybe 10 years at the most. They have this breakfast place in there, and they do chicken and waffles, but they do it a little bit differently. Their waffle is a jalapeno vanilla waffle. Oh my god! And their sauce that they have, not the syrup that you put on the waffle, but the sauce that you put on the chicken, that is like crack. It's like a dark sauce. You, it's the most amazing sauce I've ever had.
Have you
So
ever had waffles and ice cream for breakfast?
not for breakfast, but I've had
For
waffles and ice
you've
cream.
never had waffles and ice cream to start your day.
No,
You get
no,
your
no.
waffles, you get a little bit of ice cream, and the waffles have to be hot out of
Of course.
like either off the pan or out of the toaster. And as soon as you do, you put a square of ice cream on that puppy, and it goes perfectly together. And you can start your day like that, and it's an
But what
amazing
type of ice
breakfast.
cream are you putting on top of the waffle, though?
I think you got to go vanilla there. I think you really
Yeah.
don't want to go like chocolate chip cookie dough or anything like that, or cookies
For
and cream.
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, you want to stay with the vanilla.
Interesting. Speaking of vanilla, let's talk about a trip I didn't go on. Yes, I was on vacation. That's why we weren't here. And while I was on vacation, or actually right before I left for vacation, John and the rest of the team, minus our producer, decided to go to Canton, Ohio. Now, no one in their right mind has ever said, I'm going to take a vacation to Canton. So John was working. That's the NFL Hall of Fame. If you don't know, if you just hear Canton and you're trying to say, why would John be going there? The NFL Hall of Fame induction. This is his, I believe, fourth one that he's done. Um,
Fifth.
Fifth. Okay, I missed
Yeah.
one. And I, unfortunately, since I was going away, didn't get to go. I missed seeing Drew Brees, who, friend of the show as he's taking pictures with us. Um, I missed seeing a bunch of other people. So what was going on at the Hall of Fame this year, John?
I mean, I this was one of my favorite Hall of Fames because a lot of times when these guys do speeches, it feels so manufactured. Like Adam, like Vinatieri's speech felt manufactured. Luke Kuechly, like James of Sideline Sports, both of us said that his speech was like something he got off of Chat GPT. That was a Chat GPT type speech because it was so plain, so boring, it was so robotic, like he almost had nobody to thank except the people he played with over the course of his career. He really had no family or friends to speak of for the most part, and it was
Wow.
just so plain. But then you get to Larry Fitzgerald, and Larry Fitzgerald's speech was amazing. You get Roger Craig, who deserved this longer than longer than I can say. And finally got it, and then the fact that Roger Craig he couldn't stand up. That was the first thing I noticed when I'm standing there photographing him. He couldn't come up to the podium, and I was like, I know something's wrong. And there was somebody behind him walking with him, and then he sat down, and then they said he's going to do a video speech. He didn't even stand at the podium at all. Didn't
Wow.
and he announced that he has dementia from playing football, and that was just so hard, man. Because Roger
He
Craig,
was
one of the
young.
all-time greats, Warrior waited forever, and when he does get it, the first thing that's really announced is that he has dementia, and it was just so hard to hear. And then you get to finish it with Drew Brees, and I was never a Brees guy. Like I respected him, but I was never a Brees guy. But listening to him talk, I could see why he's a leader. I could see why people love this guy because you hear him talk for 2 minutes and you're like, wow, I want to run through a brick wall for him, and I don't even play for him. I don't even play with him, and I want to run through a brick wall. And I'm photographing in the stands, like right out in front. He's a natural leader, also like a good dude. Genuinely, like you could see why people like him, why they gravitate towards him, why people want to play for him. And so his speech and Roger Craig, Larry Fitzgerald, I just thought the speeches were some of the most passionate speeches that I've ever heard. And I've been to a lot of Hall of Fame ceremonies. I've been to 5 now. And you get to hear all those people. That was some of the most passionate speeches, genuinely, that I've ever heard. And congrats to all them guys getting in. They're all well deserved.
That's awesome. I got to live through your experience while you were there, so I'm glad we got a chance to share that with everyone who's watching tonight or in the future. Um, you know, I have to say the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, does a phenomenal job. I
Yep.
get to haven't been there yet. It conflicts with a
Next
lot
year.
of things. I'm hoping next year. I have
You
it on my
will.
calendar.
Yeah.
They conflict with a lot of things, but if there's one ceremony I got to do baseball, and baseball is a lot of fun. Um, but the NFL, their Hall of Fame ceremony is phenomenal. And we're honored here at Sideline to be
Yeah.
considered friends of the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
It's a great honor bestowed to us. With that said, and proud of the work that our whole team did out there over the course of the weekend. They got to be on the sidelines doing some photographs. They got to be at all the ceremonies. It's not an easy thing to do.
And go
Um,
check out sideline.se, our Instagram, for all the coverage of that. I mean, our guys did such an amazing job, photograph, video. Um, you check it all out. The coverage is amazing by our team.
Yeah, I give our staff and our group a lot of credit for covering the event so well, and being given the honor by the Hall of Fame to being called Friends of the Hall. That you growing up, and we spoke about this when we got that email. Was for someone to say that to us growing up. If someone would have said, you're friends of the Hall of Fame, you would have been like, I still can't even say it and not be amazed.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank them for thinking of us in that light, um, and proud of our team for the work that they did over the course of the
Yeah, so make
weekend.
sure you check out all Sideline Sports social medias because we have all that great content and more coming. You keep checking it out, you keep following.
There's
There's no
always more.
JB on that content, only us, so you don't have to worry about seeing him over there. You get to see the rest of us.
Okay, so moving on. That was the Hall of Fame. Not annoyed by any of that. You see, we started out annoyed. We got to happy and thankful. See, we're progressing, people. We're moving right along.
This is how America should be, you know? It's getting
Don't
better,
go to
slowly getting better, but America's the opposite. We're trying to save America here. So the more you
yes,
watch Sideline Sports, the more America can understand this
Jay.
is
Why
how
aren't you playing the
society is
national
supposed to
anthem right now?
function.
You know. uh, but really, in all honesty, um, great work, and Otani versus PCA. I know race heats up. So, all right, let's just talk about yesterday's game on PCA. He leads off the game with a home run, and it was a wild game, back and forth. Both teams try to give it away, and then PCA hits a home run in extras to win the game. Meanwhile, Otani playing the Rockies hits two out. This has got to be one of the better MVP races we've had in a long time.
Is Otani the MVP though? Like,
I I,
I mean,
I
does
gotta
it
give it to PCA.
is it automatically Otani just because he plays on the best record in the NL? Like, is that automatically how it works? He's always going
It's
to be on the best team in the National
uh,
League for the rest of his career.
listen. There, I have to give it to PCA because it's different. He leads the league in WAR. He's playing hard. He's playing phenomenal. And without him, the Cubs would not be where they are. You take
By,
Otani away from the Dodgers are still going to be where they are.
by the way, Otani has 200 hit seasons. I just want to
Wow.
make that clear that he has 200 hit seasons. Never done it in his career, but somehow he's MVP every year. Make it
And
make sense.
PCA lit off the game tonight with another home run. So
And Otani only has 3 seasons of 100 RBIs or more. Somehow he has four MVPs. I don't understand it.
listen,
Go on, yeah, please go on. You know, Otani,
he
he's like he always gets MVP like LeBron James. Always going to be there for the MVP just because the name.
listen, he's a great player, but he's not the MVP this year. Right now, it's PCA. We still got a 40 or so games left to go with the season, but to me, it's a no-brainer. It's PCA because if you took both of them away from their teams, which team is worse? The Cubs. They couldn't compete without PCA this year.
You could take 3 of those guys away from the Dodgers, and they'll still be fine winning the West.
What an unbelievable team! I mean, they got Scooble, and he can't win a game for them. You know,
and
Eh, eh,
and what's his name? Kyle Tucker, former Cub, has no
right?
idea how to play baseball, and former Astro up there, Jay,
We
former
so
Astro has no idea how to play baseball anymore.
so I like to nickname all the Cubs, and Kyle Tucker was not one of my favorite. But when you go to Wrigley, they give you like little details about him. Kyle Tucker likes to dance, so I have a special nickname for him. He's the dancing queen. He's a dancer. He's a happy guy. Let him dance. It's all good.
So I
You
said
know.
the JB, I said the WNBA is manufacturing their bio, they're
Right.
doing the genetically modifying their storylines.
Yeah.
I think that the Dodgers are screwing around right now. They know they're going to win the West. I know they're fine standings wise. I think they're screwing around so that way there's less heat about them buying everything and the lockouts coming right after the season's over. I
Oh,
think they're screwing around on purpose so that way that heat isn't as hot in regards to the lockout and everybody being mad that they just bought the best pitcher, arguably the best pitcher in baseball, for nothing, while everybody else's deals they have to pay an arm and a leg and an ass. Like the Red Sox paid an ass and an arm and a leg to get Adley, whereas the Dodgers are like, yeah, we'll give up like 2 or 3 guys. It's not that big a deal to get the best pitcher in baseball. Anybody else that tried to get Scooble would have had to give up like their firstborn son to be able to even think about getting him. Or the Dodgers are getting discounts. Like, remember whenever the Patriots would always get deals and they would get guys for ham sandwiches and other teams couldn't do the same deal? I don't know how these teams do it.
yeah. I don't think it's so much that they're trying to play down. I think it's just baseball. Having the most talent doesn't always win games.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
really
JB, you look in baseball specifically, you look at the lineup, you look at their top 5, they have 5 number ones. They should never lose a game. It's like the Heat when they had LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. You should never lose a game. It should not
but it
be
happens.
possible for you
It
to lose a game.
happens.
Steph and Durant and Clay and Draymond, you should have never lost a game. It shouldn't even be possible. It shouldn't be
Listen,
possible. Like,
Garrett
look at it,
Cole
JB.
Garrett Cole
It's
still gives up hits. $40 million. He
It's
still
that
gives up
82
hits.
and 0 game that we play, and you should always go 82 and 0 in that game if you have those as your guys. Like, shouldn't be possible unless an injury happens. Those dudes, if those guys are healthy every game, you should win every game. It's just the
Listen,
way it is.
it's baseball. Baseball doesn't always favor the more talented. It's how you perform. The ball finds little spots to go to, and it messes teams up. The Nationals won the World Series a couple of years back thanks to a grand slam by a guy that should have hit a grand slam.
I mean, have
You
the
know,
Murderers Row Yankees ever had a team like this? Like,
uh,
probably not.
uh,
We've never seen a team where it's literally like number ones top to bottom
no, I mean,
everywhere.
back in the early heyday, the Yankees were phenomenal. Not even the 2000 squad. I mean, you'd have to go back to the 1920s or the 1950s, and they're still not nearly as good as what the Dodgers
I
have
mean, this
together
is
right now.
literally number ones. Every starter's a number one on
Yeah.
every other team in the league. Like the
Yep.
lineup is top notch, top of the league batters. Like maybe the bullpen is a little bit hurt, but I mean, you got the best closer, I guess, in the game too, right? Mason Miller.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you
Listen,
need?
the Dodgers still don't scare me. It's baseball. Baseball's a weird sport. Oh, you just got to play it the right way. If you play it the right way, you play old school baseball, you can beat the Dodgers. You can't play, home run derby and beat the Dodgers because there's too much talent that way. But if you play old school baseball, guys have pressure, they make mistakes, and it's just not good. All right, we're gonna end the show in just a second. But before we go, let's talk about next week. Next week's gonna be a special week. John and I, and possibly our producer, Denzel will be in. We're going to break down the FL. We're going to tell you what teams go into the Super Bowl, who we're going to be covering in LA at SoFi in February. It's not going to be my Giants. I already know that. So we got 31 left to go that it could be. I'm crossing them out now. If a Harbaugh thinks different, let it be. You know what? I'll make this claim right now. I'll knock it down to 30. There will be no Harbaughs in LA coaching a team. So you got 30 to go. Quote me on that one. Um, but besides for that, we're going to break that down next week. And unless something really exciting happens, like LeBron James signs with Boston, but he already signed
That
with
would be
Philly. I don't know
crazy.
why. Why did he sign with Philly? Did we not talk about that? With this
I
whole not
don't I
having a
don't
show.
remember. Yeah, I think we did. I think Jay and I talked about it.
But like, what the? Never mind. Go hang out with Dave Portnoy if you want to fight in the
Isn't
stands.
there a rumor that Bronny's getting traded to Philly? I saw a
Of
rumor
course he
yesterday
is.
that
Of course
there's
he is.
talks about him going to Philly. It's so
What
stupid.
do you think? Do you think he can make an NBA career without Dad?
No, but I mean it's dumb
I
that
listen,
his pop has to come
listen.
and have him
I
to go from LA all the way to Philly. He would never survive in
listen.
Philadelphia.
I love my father, but if my father was LeBron James and he could have got me into the NBA, nobody could. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tasha. I mean, listen, we're going to be better, but we ain't winning it all. Um, but we're gonna break down the whole NFL next week. So we got a busy week. I can't imagine anything else too exciting happening, other than John being here, and God only knows what comes out of
That's
his mouth.
exciting.
Who will piss me off next week? We should have a lie on that. You think you're going to be the one that pisses me off, John? I
Yeah.
don't get pissed off.
Yeah,
at you no more.
definitely. I look forward to it.
I think more James Tatum. Tatum has a better
I
shot.
need a James Tatum sighting on a Sideline Sports episode so we can cook him.
One day. But
Right.
until next week, I think I have nothing more to say. You got anything else, Sean?
I have plenty to say, but we're out of time. So
All
save
right.
it for next week, 8:30 Eastern time.
And it'll be a full hour, so prepare.
Yes. Yeah, as long as you're not sick from another cruise that you go on.
Prepare,
Cruise.
people. Prepare.
He's
60
drinking.
minutes.
He's drinking a little
McClellan,
bit.
12-year. I like the 30-year, but John wasn't buying, so we're out of here. Good night, guys.